Showtime. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Crank the music up so I can feel it. Get the volume turned down on the phones. Get it started, y'all. See the notifications being sent out. Appreciate that. YouTube. Tripping, man. Tripping, YouTube. Another strike, man. It's going down, guys. I got a lot to tell y'all. Yep. Let's see what's going on out here. Nathan White, we see you out there. We appreciate you coming through, brother. Yeah. Tell Christine I said what up, man. All right, guys. Tonight, we got something to talk about, man. YouTube is changing a couple of things on the platform. Pretty serious stuff. You all may not know about this. No, Nathan. Not another strike. No. But it's going to cause a lot of strikes on a lot of 2A individuals' channels. So, yeah, they changed up the rules, and I'm going to show you guys tonight, you know, some of the new rules that are implemented. Pretty crazy stuff. To some, it's not really that bad, but for a lot of people, it's a big deal, you know? And you got to expect these changes because, especially what's going on. Warren Fowler, we see you out there, man. What's up, Warren? Appreciate you coming through, man. We got to expect these changes, guys. You know, with YouTube and the lawsuits and stuff that's flying and all of that crazy stuff that's happening lately, Google representatives, all of this stuff, you just got to be expecting something like this to happen. And you don't want to make this your main platform either. You got to be able to diversify that thing, you know, and have different platforms, or either have your own platform, because you never know. Things may change. They may just try to boot you off the platform for no reason. You feel me? Armed Rebellion, we see you out there, man. We appreciate you coming through, man. Yep. So, like I said, it's one of those things, guys, where you really have to have other avenues, you know, and we're going to talk about some of those other avenues also tonight. So, all right. Oh, and do me a favor, guys, send this out. Send this stream out to a couple of your friends or people you know that rock with 2A. Go ahead and let them know. Gun Gossip is on right now, guys. Let's get these numbers up just a little bit. We're going to get in here. Kang 1906, I see you, my boy. What up, man? How you doing? Yes, sir. All right, Christine White. We see you out there. Christine, that wasn't letting you in? Let me know what's going on with that. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead, get started in a few minutes here. And there's some really interesting information going on, man. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. Where's your phone? All right, cool. All right, we appreciate the rest of y'all coming in. I see some more people coming in. Appreciate that. Tennessee Goddess, we see you out there. I'll drop that link in a few minutes for you if you want to come on through. Let's see. Who else we got out there? All right. All right, guys, I'm about to go ahead and get started. Give me one sec. White Side Tactical in the house, man. Stop playing with him, man. We see you out there, brother. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. We about to go ahead and get started tonight on the live podcast here. Hey, let me know in the comment section if y'all can hear that fan in the background. Put a yes or no if you can hear that fan. Um, let me know. And like I said, we about to go ahead and get started. And we're just gonna talk about a couple of things, man. It's a lot. Okay. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Let's see, I.T.T, you gotta get to PSA. Yeah. Hey, Whiteside, I will. I will. And see, PSA is wanting us to come back because our video did so good. So like he basically opened the flood doors and said, hey man, we need you guys back. So we're gonna end up going back to South Carolina, or I'll be going back to South Carolina. And we'll be checking out some other things on the back end that we have planned with PSA. Cause let me tell y'all something, man. Some people may not like them. And the crazy thing is, honestly, I'm gonna just be real with you. Like, it kind of really doesn't matter because of the amount and the volume of sales that they do. And when I tell you the amount and volume is crazy, like I know what I make for them every single month, which is a ridiculous amount. I'm probably one of the smaller YouTubers that's crushing bigger YouTubers numbers that they are either sponsored by or affiliates with. Like on the back end, if I told y'all what I sold last month, you probably wouldn't believe me. But people are buying PSA products so much. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. And the thing is, you don't have to rock with their brand if you don't want to. Where they capitalize in is that they offer different brands, and most of the time at a lower cost. That's where they be beating people. Like, I be cross referencing guys, matching prices and stuff like that just in the community section so I can get you guys the best deals and stuff when I post the deals. And it's like a lot of times, not all the time, but most of the time, PSA come off on top when it comes to the prices. And it's really that simple. You can find everything from Smith and Wesson to Mossberg, from Mossberg to anything, like literally anything. You type it in, you look for it, most of the time it's there. And they even have high-end guns too, which a lot of people don't purchase, especially from what I can see from the volume of what I sell in my analytics. A lot of people on the high-end spectrum, um, I guess, just a lot of people like the budget prices. And so, but sales do come in and be pretty large sometimes, but you have just a crazy amount of people that's coming in on the average end, and that's spending a lot of money, man. Seriously. Armel771, we see you out there, brother. Appreciate you coming to the show, man. Who is this? Oh, new person. Alan Quails, we appreciate you coming through. Yeah, hey, Alan, that PSA Jackal ain't no joke. And you know what? I got one coming. So my PSA Jackal will actually be here in 2 weeks. And I got another gun that's coming. I'm going to keep that a surprise. But since you mentioned Jackal, I'll just go ahead and tell y'all mine is on its way. And it's pretty nasty the way I'm going to hook it up and stuff. And I'm going to try to do a video on that. So I have some other videos that I need to roll out first. But that PSA Jackal video is going to be nice. And that's just a solid rifle, man. Let's see. Chris from the 740. We see you out there, man. Appreciate you coming through. But like I said, guys, PSA, like honestly, I guess it matters to you as an individual person if you don't care for them too much. But honestly, it don't matter because they're moving so much volume. It's ridiculous. Like I never thought that the sales would be the way they are. And it's just, all I got to say is just crazy, y'all. Like the amount that they sell. And I'm just speaking on reference of the amount that I sell. So I couldn't even imagine a person that has like millions of subscribers on their channel. Literally, like I haven't even hit 27K yet. Imagine if it was millions of people on the channel. It would be just ridiculous what people will be purchasing. And for good reason. It's for good reason. Trust me when I tell you this. So it is what it is when it comes to that. GST hobbies underscore one. We see you out there, man. Appreciate you coming through. So you just can't, when it come to those guys, you just can't listen. They run that shit, man. That's all I gotta say. Like literally, I have stacked them as far as affiliates. And again, I don't rock with all affiliates. Some affiliates just don't match my brand. Or there may be so many other gun tubers that rock with specific affiliates that I don't want to be associated with them because I try to differentiate myself. Everything I do, I try to make it a little bit different on my channel because I just don't want to be the same as everybody else. You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of separate myself. And so when you stack up, for example, you have PSA, you have Sportsman's Warehouse, which I'm an affiliate with those guys. I appreciate it. You have some other heavy hitters on there, Apex Triggers, and some other people that I have that I'm affiliates with and I do business with. But man, when you look at the numbers on the back end, again, and the analytics, it just ain't. Honestly, it's no contest. And the crazy thing is, honestly, I really think it's more about a trust factor. And I know that sounds crazy, but the reason why I said that is because I have literally posted better deals in some, um, other businesses. As far as affiliates that I work with, I've posted deals that are lower priced than PSAs before just to see if people will bite on it. And it's not even close to what the sales are with PSA guys. It's not. So I think it's like I think Palmetto State Armory has embedded like a trust factor in people, like a lot of people. And of course, they have a downsides, like their shipping. In the past, I felt like they shipping really didn't have it all together. I think they're starting to get that stuff together because they realize a lot of people are talking about that now. And I just got to be honest about that. But they're starting to get a lot better with that. But I think it's just a trust factor thing. I do. I really do. I think people just trust that name. And when you have that name recognition and the trust like that, man, you dominate. And that's why a lot of other, businesses, they really don't like PSA because they undercut the prices. They know that PSA prices are lower. And I mean, it just is what it is, man, when it comes to that. Seriously. Um, let's see what y'all talking about out here. I'm not sure. Oh, G23. G23 said, I'm not sure what to think of PSA because I know people who have had bad experience with the warranty and I've heard the audio recording of the situation. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. And I'm sure as many instances G23 out there like that. But when you look at other businesses too, they have some of the same issues too. And I'm talking about some big brands and they have issues and problems out there like that too. So, can they work on their warranty department? I'm sure they can. I've never had to utilize the warranty department, and I got a shitload of PSA products here. Matter of fact, I'm making a video where I'm going to be displaying and showing a lot of the PSA products that I have, and I'll be shooting them just to show y'all how effective they are and things that you may not like about them. But as far as the warranty, I've heard some stories too. But again, I've heard stories of many different ones. And so I guess that's just the nature of the beast, G23. I guess it's just the nature of the beast and how things go when it comes to that. Now, the way you rectify that situation is you need to address it. So I'm sure PSA actually has a team that's looking, at some of those issues, especially if they post them online, because that can cause a big issue. And they need to address those issues and they need to fix those issues. Because if you don't, then it can end up being a big problem for the business. But again, like I said, PSA, y'all, like, I'm not joking. They so big. They're such a big juggernaut. I don't know the last time y'all checked to see how much they worth, but it's a lot of money. That's all I got to say. So these guys doing something right. And it's proven as far as, like I said, as far as sales and stuff like that, when I look on the back, just on my end, sometimes I get amazed at how much people are buying from them. It's almost crazy. Seriously. Let's see what else y'all saying out here. I never mess with Christine White said, I've never messed with PSI, so I have no options. Okay. Oh, she said PSA, so I have no options. Christine, check them out. It's because you guys buy a lot of guns. So if you all are looking for deals and looking for like good deals, You don't necessarily have to go for a Dagger, or you don't have to go for a Jackal. You don't have to go for any of their name brand stuff, which I think is still decent, especially their rifles. But the 5.7 is amazing. That gun's so damn solid. I have it, but they have other brands. So you just have to search through, and you have to. The thing is, I think what makes the community section on this channel so special is that you don't, as an individual person, when you come to the channel, you don't have to search through PSA's website by yourself. People get burnt out. So when you're looking for deals, or you're looking for certain stuff, sometimes people just get tired of scrolling through and clicking number one, number two, and number three to look for a deal. Sometimes they just want to see the deal right in their face. So that's where I come into play. And I spend sometimes hours sitting and looking through deals, guys. I go through PSA, I go through Sportsman's Warehouse, I go to Academy, I go to different areas. And usually I go with the people that I'm affiliated with. Okay. Of course, that makes sense. I'm sure you understand that. But that's how I kind of do it. And then I try to present the deals to you guys and let you take advantage of those deals and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I work it. Let's see. Armel771 said PSA is just basic. That's all. Man, Armel, you got to check out the Jackal, bro. That's a little bit above basic. You got to check out the 5.7. That's a little bit above basic. The daggers, I would say, are basic, intermediate guns. I really, really like my C1, and you guys will see that. I have a video coming for that and some shorts where I built that up. That is pretty interesting. Kind of looks like the macro at the top. I'm sure you know about that one, but that one is a pretty interesting gun. But their rifles and stuff like that, man, they stepping it up. They above on that one, bro. Like they solid ass guns. Let's see. Every brand. Christine White said, every brand has their problems. My respect comes in how they fix it. Facts. And that's exactly what I'm saying, Christine. It's that serious in this day and age with businesses. They have to address, they need to have a team that's diligent, and like they're looking through and they're addressing the issues that people have. Now, sometimes I ain't gonna even lie, some people just be acting petty. Real talk. Like, even sometimes on my channel, I'm like, I can't even believe a motherfucker just said that dumb shit. And sometimes it's so dumb that I don't remove it because I want the sharks. I call them my sharks, alien gang sharks, come out and get them. And it happens because you have people saying some of the dumbest shit. But if you have something that's like reasonable, and you're talking about some type of issue that may be an issue that nobody's talking about, let's talk about it. And that's where PSA needs to address it. And again, I'm sure they have a team that's looking out for that, because that's some serious stuff, man. You can't let that stuff slide by the wayside, because people really, really pay attention to that. And another thing too is, just say, for instance, they don't want to address the issue, which they don't really have to if they don't want to. But I think it's a smart thing to do it, because if you address some of those issues, or even just say you can't even fix the issue, try to have alternatives on the side to help that individual person. Like, make it right. You just got to make it right as a business. Try to make it right, make it happen, And in turn, what happens is it increases profit. Yeah, it does. It increases profit because people pay attention to those comments. They go to the comment section, especially bad ones. That's what we are as humans. We don't want to most of the time talk about great things. We want to talk about all the fucked up shit a person has done, or sit and watch a video and pick out every damn single thing that a person has done wrong just because we ill like that. That's human nature. That's part of that ape shit that we do. Okay. But, I don't lost my damn train of thought. Anyway, like I said, I don't know what I just said, y'all. I just freaking forgot. But like I was saying, man, it's all about that customer service, and it's all about making it right. Oh, and going back to the profit. If you can get it right, you can increase your sales with profit, because that creates customer loyalty. And that's why I said I think it's like they have capitalized on the loyalty piece. I hate to repeat myself, but it's the truth. I just see it. I see it from the sales on the back end. when you stack them up against other big businesses, man, these dudes are fucking dominating. And I'm not being biased. I got facts that I can literally show y'all without showing too much information and what I'm making and stuff like that. I can literally show you where they are dominating when it comes to that. Literally, I posted something cheaper, great items, but at a lower cost, and hardly nobody will jump on it. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And then once I post a PSA thing, boom, it's gone. Literally gone. So that's just what it is when it comes to that. Woods, we appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Woods said, ask Guns and Barbecue about PSA customer service. He has a series on it. Hey, I love to hear what's going on with him, man. I think I heard of Guns and Barbecue too. So I would love to hear what's going on with their customer service. Again, I haven't had any issues with their customer service. I've had to call a couple of times, but really not on no warranty type stuff. It's been other back end stuff that I've dealt with them. Have they taken quite some time getting back with me? Yes, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they have. So, but as far as the warranty, I haven't had that issue with like my triggers are fucking working. I'm not having an issue with my trigger not firing like some of these dudes I see online. I'm not having that issue with my rifles. I'm not having that issue. I wish I could show y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got this freaking HK sitting right here. I'm not having no issues. But that's not PSA brand. So, but what I got right here, this little PCC sitting right here, right? Little pistol. I'm not having no issues. 9mm. The only thing that I didn't like about it was the brace, because the brace is that polymer brace and it's not really stiff. And if you catch the drift, I like it. I like it stiffer for my own reasons. Let me put it that way. But you know, I'm not having really no issues. Have I found any cosmetic issues? Yes, I have. But there's nothing that's just like, oh shit, this is really messing up like everything on my gun. No, I haven't. I haven't. Now on some of their pistols, I have saw some issues. One of my pistols, matter of fact, and I'll talk about this in the video. One of my pistols, you can kind of see where it's not, it's too much space in between the slide and the lower frame, and it causes this slight little jiggle, which I don't like. When it comes to a well knit gun, that it's going to be tight. It's not going to be wiggly and loose like that. So I've had an issue with one of the guns like that. But did it stop it from firing? Nope. That mug still fires, still do its thing. So yeah, those are some things that I'm gonna end up talking about in the video, of course, and stuff like that. But let's see, Wood said something. Hot Woods G23. Shanna Ewing, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some of these new guidelines and rules that basically, if you a gun tuber, you better be paying attention to this, because if you don't, they not fucking playing. You will get a strike on your channel, or they will demonetize your channel. And the way that they do it, sometimes they demonetize for incremental. I mean, for on a chronological scale. So as far as like monthly, you may be demonetized for 3 months starting out, right? It just all depends. Or if they really don't like what you just did, they may give you a strike. So that's just how it goes. Without sharing too much information, they will do it. It's really that simple. So you really need to know the guidelines and rules just so your hard work doesn't go down the drain. It takes a lot to run a YouTube channel. I've talked about it on here before. I'm not going to go down that conversation right now, but it takes a lot to hold up a good channel, and just to get content rolling out, and to waste that by doing dumb shit on your channel, or things that you may be ignorant. Ignorant just meaning you just simply don't know, and when you do it, and then they end up demonetizing and you're not making money off your channel, it's messed up. And speaking, this goes to some of my YouTubers too. If you are a YouTuber, a bigger YouTuber or up and coming YouTuber, another thing that you need to do is diversify your platform. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to have other means of income, and just also other means of displaying your content in other ways. So, for example, Rumble is one. Okay. I'm over on Rumble. Do I post all the time? No, because YouTube got so much motion over here on the channel. So I just don't. But if I ever need to do it, I can. I keep all my content for that specific reason. So you have your Rumble, right? You have your Patreon where you can do your thing over on Patreon. You also have these websites where you can create your own specific website, if something happens. So you need to have that set up just in case, because the worst thing is, man, tearing down the house and all that work goes down the drain, and then you just don't have nothing to show for it. And to be honest with you, if you're playing your cards right on the business end, it's really gonna damage you as far as business. Like, your livelihood is gonna be fucking screwed because you did not set up those other means. JST underscore hobbies. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate everything, man. I really, really do. That made me smile, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. But it's the truth, guys. So things are changing. There's a lot of lawsuits flying around right now. I hate to play, yes, and I'm going to say it, I don't care. I hate to play this liberal and conservative game because, truth be told, I have liberals in my family. They liberal as hell. Am I liberal? No. I lean a little bit more conservative now these days, but I have love for both sides. Do I understand the other side? I mean, no on a lot of issues. Sometimes yes, but no on a lot of issues. So really it's just because, we have different things that you believe in, when it comes to that. But something you have to stand on, something you just have to stand on, period, is the Second Amendment. And it's really that simple. It's not really no getting around when it comes to that. Because, like, again, we're in a day and an age, guys, where you need to have that firearm to protect yourself and to protect your family. It's that simple. It's too many criminals with guns now. And with it being that many people with firearms out there, what you gonna do? You just say, hypothetically speaking, you got a family of 5, right? You have a wife at home, right? You don't believe in carrying firearms. Nope. Matter of fact, you got a bat sitting behind your door. Yep. And guess what? One night, you sleeping, you and your wife, you just hit it, slapped them cheeks, tore them cheeks up. Yeah, and you went to sleep. So we're going to sleep hard after we slap them cheeks. Okay. Now you in deep sleep, hibernation, because it was so good. Yeah. It was that good. So now you in deep hibernation. The kids sleep in the back room, right? And then somebody kick in your door. You go to grab the bat. Yep. You go to grab the bat. So you telling me you're going to bring a bat? And most likely, if they kicking in your door, they coming in with something. You're going to take a bat to a gunfight. I'm sorry. It really doesn't work like that. It doesn't, guys. So now, not only are you jeopardizing yourself, right? Not only are you jeopardizing yourself, you're jeopardizing your family because you can't even defend them. So that's the conversation that I don't understand. I don't get it. When people talk like that, like, I don't get it. And it's a lot of people that talk like that sometimes, but I don't get it. So I try to give them examples of what can happen just so they can understand a little bit better. So let's go back to that hypothetical. Instead of a bat, you have a shotgun, which is okay, right? I wouldn't use a shotgun, but just say you did have one, right? Or you had a pistol or something to protect yourself. Now you stand a better chance of defending your castle and protecting your children and protecting your wife. She got that goodie, good. And she can cook. Stop playing. How you gonna let that go down the drain? No, it ain't gonna happen. So you gotta, and then of course, ladies, I'm not just, y'all bring other things to the table too, okay? You bring other things to the table too. You help us in all our endeavors and other things too. So we just can't let that go we can't. So that's all I'm saying, guys. That's where you have these big differences between the two sides. And there's other differences too. But when it comes to the 2A thing, I just don't think it's no negotiating when it comes to that. Like, honestly, I don't. It's just too much crime out there. And so you have to have something that's going to be the perfect equalizer. It has to be. It has to be something that's the perfect equalizer. It has to be. I mean, it really has to be. So it's that simple, guys. Let's see. Wood dropped something. Let's see what he's saying. Woods 2A is literally for everyone. Lifestyle, creed, color, religion, creed, literally everyone. Facts, man. Let's see. G23 said, "My wife doesn't cook." What are you? Damn. Oh man. I wish you the best, brother. I wish you the best, man. Ain't nothing like, boy. Hey, a cooking woman right there, that junk turned me on. She ain't even got to look good, and that junk turned me on. I love a cooking woman, man. Because all the women in my family cook. Literally, my mom cooked her butt off. My granny, when she was alive, cooked. My uncle's team can cook. Like, they just can cook. And so, I don't know. It's something about a woman that can cook, man. You know, so it is what it is. Come that. Let's see. G23 come to. Hey, Christine can cook too, G23. Real talk. I've been over there. She can cook it up, man. For real. All right, guys, I'm about to get into it. We're about to get into it. I done, talked y'all to death, but it's just some things I need to talk about because sometimes it's just like I really try to understand. I really try to understand all people. But sometimes it's just really, really hard, especially when they start to look at us as being the monsters because we carry firearms. We are not the monsters. We're the individual people that's gonna save you and your butt most of the time if we make that decision, if something go down, right? I was watching a couple of days ago, guys. I was watching on TV. It was a news. I might have to do a reaction video, but this young guy came in. This was some crazy shit. This happened not too long ago. Y'all probably seen this. This young guy came in, and this African American woman, older lady, like around my mom age, she was in there just ordering her fucking food, not bothering nobody, man. Not bothering nobody, like an old black lady, not bothering nobody, yo. And he cut her, tried to cut her, and she wasn't having it. So she got in his ass, and they got into an arguing match. Now, honestly, in my mind, if I was a woman of that age, I'm not about to argue with no hard-headed young boy. I'm just not, because you're going to lose that battle every single time. So sometimes you just got to think smarter. It's one of them things where you got to think smarter, especially being a female, but she kept going. She kept going back and forth with him. And he got mad. And he said, man, if you keep on, he was like, I'm going to knock you out. And I was like, man, this dude got to be kidding, man. This dude, he had to have been in like about 5'11", like, and he wasn't no little bitty guy. And I was like, man, if he hit her, he going to knock her out. And he kept going and she kept going. And he was like, you say one more thing, I'm going to knock you out. And he hit her. And you can hear the hit. You can hear bones on bone. And it was crazy because he didn't just hit her one time. He hit her 2 and 3 times. And I'm like, man, that had me so steamed. And once it happened, the young son ended up, I don't know how he knew what was going on or whatever, or somebody ran out of the restaurant and told, but the young son, allegedly speaking, came back in with a firearm and he shot the dude. So he was underage. I think he was like 14 years old and he had a firearm. I know that's a whole nother discussion, but he had a firearm on him, but he protected his mom. I don't think he got in trouble for that. I think a minor infraction as far as carrying a firearm or something like that, but they didn't lock him up or anything like that. But he ended up shooting that dude and killed the dude. And honestly, I think that was a just call, man, because he could have killed her just with his hands. Like, seriously, I think he could have killed her just with his hands. Tennessee Goddess said, what about the dude standing on the side of the road shooting at cars going by? I ain't heard about that one. That one is crazy. That is crazy. What about the dude standing on the side shooting the cars? That's crazy. How many days ago did that happen, Tennessee Goddess? So yeah, guys, that's to me, that's more reason why sometimes you just gotta be strapped up and ready to go. And again, you try to find any other way to diffuse the situation or to try to leave, because you never want to do something like that to anybody. You just don't. But when a person keep pressing you and they keep pressing you and you have no choice, what you gonna do? Just lay down and die? No. No. So these are things that I think real men need to think about for their family. Because lately, for some reason, I've been talking to a lot of men that think otherwise. They have no line of recourse if something happens to them and their family. They don't. And they ain't big enough to hold up a fight. They'll get knocked out. So what the fuck you gonna do? You got to be able to protect yourself, and that's how important it is, guys. It's really that simple. All right, I'm about to go ahead real quick. I'm gonna pull up the new guidelines um that YouTube, that Google has. So let me go ahead and pull these up real quick, guys. 1 second. Yeah, Nathan said he heard about that one. Tennessee guy that said dude was caught, killed one person, injured several. All right, I'm gonna share the screen so you all can see it. And I'm gonna blow it up because it's probably way too small. There we go. Let me know if you guys can see that in the comment section. Yes or no, please, before I get started. Because I really want you all to see this. It's important. All right, that's good. Okay, G23 said kinda on my phone. All right, I'm about to read it, G23. Okay, so the firearms policy has now been changed. And this is pretty serious stuff, man, because some of the stuff that we could do in the past, we can't do anymore. And if you get caught doing it, you're going to risk losing your channel. And you may not want to do that. So starting June 18th, 2024, certain content showing how to remove safety devices will be prohibited. Content showing, watch this, content showing the use of homemade, let's see, oh, Wood said he could see the words. Content showing the use of homemade firearms, automatic firearms, and certain firearm accessories will be age restricted. Now, watch this. They're real tricky when it comes to that, right? They're being very, very vague, and that's where a lot of people are going to get caught up. Some of you guys are going to get caught up, and I'm going to tell you why. All right. Number one is automatic firearms. People love automatic firearms. Right now, you can go crazy doing it. But the thing is, after June 18th, if you get caught doing it, you're going to be risking your channel. It's that simple. It says it right here. Like another thing right here where they're being real vague, they said, and certain firearm accessories will be age restricted. So just how it is on YouTube, if an individual person is underage or 18 and up and stuff like that, they can still watch the content sometimes. So now they're going to be actually age restricted where they're not going to be able to see certain things like that. And again, it says, and certain firearms accessories will be age restricted. How vague can that be? They said, and certain firearm accessories. They didn't even tell us what the accessories are. That's where people are going to get caught up too. They're going to get caught up big time on that one. So I don't know. Somebody needs to send YouTube or Google, whatever, send them something and ask them specific questions about this because that's going to tear a lot of people up. All right, I'm going to keep reading here. It says content intended to sell firearms, instruct viewers on how to make firearms, ammunition, and certain accessories, or instruct viewers on how to install those accessories is not allowed on YouTube. YouTube shouldn't be used as a platform to sell firearms or accessories noted below. YouTube also doesn't allow live streams that show someone holding, watch this. Remember I was saying that last time, guys, and why I'm a certain type of way on these lives. It says YouTube also doesn't allow live streams that show someone holding, handling, or transporting a firearm. That's a big deal. They've been had that implemented on the channel. Right here it says sometimes content doesn't violate our policies, but it may be appropriate for viewers under 18. YouTube age restricts content showing the use of certain firearms and accessories, also noted below. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So the change, it looks like the rest of this at the bottom is some of the same old stuff that they've had before. The main changes here are these right here, where it's highlighted in this area, right there at the top, what I read in the very, very beginning. They have the firearms policy. You can pull it up. It's a lot in here. There are ways around some of that stuff, but you need to talk to certain people to be able to make it work in a right type of way. Let me put it that way. Let's see. Woods dropped something. He said, would that disallow reloading channels? Yes. So honestly, this is the deal. Some people were reloading before they came up with the newer rules and guidelines. Some people were doing the reload videos before then. So I'm not sure if they can grandfather that and go back on those people, because I've still seen those videos up on YouTube. All right. But that doesn't mean that they haven't been disciplined. So that's another thing. We don't know that. We don't know if they got a strike or not. So that's another thing. So I know reloads, when you're looking at reload, that's reloading ammunition. That's a big no-no on the platform. That's why my reload video I didn't have on YouTube, which I really wanted to put it there. I didn't. I put it over on Rumble because I know that we're not supposed to be doing that on here on this platform. Let's see. Woods dropped something else. He said no touch guns isn't new. Okay. Let's see. G23. He said, I have read this and trying to decide if I will be putting content on here anymore. Maybe move to Rumble or X. And I'm telling you, G23, it's something to consider, man, but it's a catch to it, bro. Because YouTube and Google is so big, man. So big, man. Like they recently did a survey showing facts, millions of people, man, showing that people watch YouTube more. It was like more than some other bigger brand. I can't remember who the hell it was, but like YouTube was all the way at the top. Killed them. I think it was Netflix or something, but like murdered them. Like, and it's one of those things where just think about it. Whenever you look up search content, where do you go? You go to Google, and then Google says, okay, of course they're going to do this because they own YouTube. So they say, all right, we're going to refer you to YouTube because that's where you can find the content. Like they're that big. And that's a big deal. That's really a big deal. And so to move over to Rumble, I actually like Rumble. I like it a lot, the way they have the platform set up and everything, but they just simply don't have the reach like YouTube. They don't have it. I mean, it's that simple. And then we always say, well, let's make sure to tell other 2A community to follow us over there, this and that and that and this. But people lazy, man. And a lot of times they won't do it because they're so used to it. It's just like a husband that may beat you and you've been with him for years. You so used to that motherfucker. Like you fight, fuck it. Like, so it's one of those things where people so used to YouTube, they're gonna consistently still come here. And if they're coming here, you benefit from that. How do you benefit from that? The viewership, the views, right? Also, the commission that you can make off of certain items and stuff like that. Say for instance, if you're sponsored, they create links and stuff like that. So different things. You just have a way larger reach on YouTube than you do anywhere else. And that's why it's so hard to shake YouTube until someone gets smart that has millions of dollars and can back it and create something that can truly rival YouTube, but does not have so many restrictions. They're going to win. If they can pull that off, they're going to win big time because a lot of people will leave then. But that reach is a monster, bro. Like it just is, man. That reach is a monster. Let's see. What is a fire? Okay, he said, "What is a firearm accessory?" Woods said, "Woods, that's the thing." Remember, I was saying that it's. Let me go back, scroll to the top. That's the thing. When I was saying that, oh man, hold on. Let me click on it again. Let me blow it back up. Okay, so right here, and it says it right here. I'm gonna highlight it, and it says, "And certain firearms accessories will be age restricted." That's the thing. They were vague, bro. They didn't say. That's where they're gonna catch people. Because guess what? Just think of that in a legality standpoint, right? They can go crazy on that. Really. Because they're not saying, oh, this accessory and this accessory. They can just pick and choose whenever they want to. And then, boom, hit you with something and mess you up. And I mean, when I say hit you with something, I'm talking about disciplining your channel. So no, it's vague, bro. Like they didn't even really specify with that when it came to that. And I even read some of this, the older guidelines right here at the bottom, and it just like it does not specify that. Let me look. Let's see. Manufacturer underneath ammunition. Oh, and right here to answer your question, somebody was talking about reloads. Let's see. Yeah, you're right, Woods. YouTube is intentionally vague. And that way they can just pretty much. This is the deal. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I don't know if you guys know, but when we get demonetized, I'm going to just put y'all on some game. It's a lot that y'all don't know that going behind this YouTube stuff, y'all. If you get demonetized, say for instance, you have a great video, right? Watch this. You have a great video. It's getting like tons of views, thousands of views, and they demonetize you. Guess what? YouTube still benefits from that. They still get paid from advertisers from that. So they're pocketing that money. You no longer share in that profit. You no longer share in that profit. And when I mean demonetize, I'm not talking about yellow tagging you, where you can still get YouTube, whatever the hell they call that, the YouTube app money and all that, where it's just little cents or nothing like that. You get nothing when you demonetize. So that's a big deal because they still get paid. Your video's still up unless you delete your video and you say, fuck that shit. I don't want to be, I'm taking my video down. They're not going to make money off me like that. So like, that's a big deal. To answer your questions about reloads and stuff like that, somebody asked earlier, right here, it says provide instructions on manufacturing any of the following. High capacity magazines or belts carrying more than 30 rounds. That's old, but that is so petty, but that's one of their rules. And then it says firearms, ammunition, high capacity magazines, homemade silencers slash suppressors, accessories that enable a firearm to simulate automatic fire, so, and then they don't even really know the rules when it comes to that. Accessories that convert a firearm to automatic fire, such as bump stocks, Gatling triggers. Oh, they got the Gatling triggers in there. Because that's that new little trigger that you can throw in there, the little Gatling trigger, and turn it, and it fires and shit like that. So they got it in there now. Damn. Drop-in auto sears or conversion kits. Provides instructions on how to convert a firearm to automatic or simulated automatic firing capabilities, which that's crazy, man. So let's see. Provides instructions on how to install the above mentioned accessories or modifications. Provides instructions on how to remove certain firearm safety devices, such as a device that limits the release of magazine. This does not include removal of a device used to temporarily disable a weapon like a gun lock. Yeah. Let's see what y'all saying in the comment section. Conversations with a vet. Carol, we appreciate you coming through. Let's see. Oh shit, fat guy with guns up in here, man. What up, man? We see you out there, my boy. Let's see. He said we have to remember we are not part of the majority on YouTube. You can't beat Google. You either play the game. Watch this, guys. Fat guy with guns. You either play the game or leave the platform. This is a private platform. They can do what they want, man, and that's facts. They really can, man. They can do what they want when it comes to that, man. I've seen so many videos on there where people are complaining about getting demonetized lately. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, my whole thing is why even create a video complaining when you should have been proactive and had other ways to make your money or other ways to put yourself on another platform? Why rely on one platform? Like, it's just not a smart thing to do. It's not. Even if you don't focus on the other platform, at least it's there. So if you do have to jump ship, you watch this. You got somewhere to go, right? You have somewhere to go. So yeah, he right about that, man. It's either play or you get played. You gotta go, and that's just what they do. I mean, and it's so many. I'm not gonna lie, it's so many great things about the platform, but it's a lot that's not great. And the sad thing is this too, guys. You all don't know this, but they don't want to fuck with us. And when I say they don't want to fuck with us, they don't want to fuck with the 2A community. And I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm not the type to just talk shit just to be talking. I just say what it is. Like, they don't want to talk to us. And the reason why I say that is when you go to the YouTube channel, like, they have their own little YouTube channel within YouTube, and they talk about the updates and stuff like that. And they have these conventions. Not once have I ever seen 2A advocacy there. Not once. Not once have I ever seen anybody who is successful on the YouTube platform, or if they came up and doing great things, have I seen them sitting there amongst those other people. I get tired of seeing, what's his damn name? The white dude, Caucasian dude, Mr. Beast. He looks so damn goofy. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not hating on dude. I don't understand why they brand him the way they do, because he just goofy looking to me. But like, it's like everybody doesn't want to be a Mr. Beast, man. Seriously. Everybody doesn't want to be a damn Mr. Beast. You have other people out there that bring great content to the platform. And again, I have to specify and talk about 2A. We don't have anyone representing us sitting in that seat when they have those, when they're sitting and talking about certain things in those forums. They're not there. It's almost like they don't exist. And we do. We out here working just as hard as some of those other people on the platforms, but they just act like we not here. And I'm not ranting. It's just the truth. It's the craziest shit ever. Like, and I'm like, man, that's crazy. Because guess what? We contribute to their business. They're making money off of us. It's that simple. Even though I do make money off their platform, they're making money off of us. But they act like we're not there. It's the craziest thing. Let's see. Fat Guys, we're going to drop something else, guys. He said, as a content creator, we have to learn to keep it basic. We have to make sure we maintain some presence on the platform. What do you mean by basic, Fat Guy with Guns? Drop something down there for me so I can understand that. But he said, as a content creator, we have to learn to keep it basic. We have to make sure we maintain some presence on the platform. Yeah, honestly, I think we have plenty of presence when it comes to the platform, though, man. We got so many great people. We got so many great people. I mean, we got Hitcock 44. 45 or whatever, the granddaddy of them all. I love him to death. We got Fat Guy with Guns out there doing his thing. You got I'm Not From This Planet doing his thing, right? You have a lot of great people. You got Ace out there. I really like his content. Ace, where he travels around different countries, discovering places that you've never seen before. You got Zek in Effect. He does the same thing. Huge platform. He travels around and stuff like that. So let's see. Fat Guy with Guns drop something else. Let's go to Woods real quick. He said there is a difference between gun channels and 2A channels. Yeah, I mean, you have different ideologies. You do. Some people just pick up a gun and just act foolish with it, and it's more entertaining than anything, and you really don't learn anything. But to be honest with you, they have a place there too, because they're still holding a firearm, which in turn represents 2A. It's guns, period. Like, it's guns. And so I think that's why a lot of times when you have too much entertainment and not as much teaching, people come down on people like that and stuff like that. But to be honest, some of those channels that are like that are very highly successful, and they're really not caring what other people are saying because they're that damn successful. So I don't know. I just think you have different types of individuals on the platform that bring something totally different to the platform, whether it's entertainment and knowledge or just purely entertainment, in itself and stuff like that. It just depends on what an individual person wants to watch. And it's crazy because there's some channels out there that I watch and I'm like, why the hell would a person want to watch the channel? But they do. That means that it's a crowd and a group of people for everybody. You can be the weirdest motherfucker on the planet and get on YouTube, and if you got some really good drive and great ideas, you can become successful. It's really that simple. Let's see. Fat Guy with Guns dropped something. He said, guys like Guns and Gear are always in contact with YouTube. Dope. Let's see. Mr. Biggs dropped something. He said, maybe it's time for 2A to show up to those events and educate them. I wish they could, Mr. Biggs. Appreciate you coming to the show, man. I really wish they could, man, because it saddens me, man, when I see that. Because, I'm always in tune, not just in 2A, but I'm in tune on a lot of other platforms that I enjoy myself and like to watch. And sometimes I go to that YouTube when they're doing updates or they're having those little forums and they sit around and talk about things, and it's nobody representing 2A. And honestly, I think they kind of want it that way. And it's just sad that it's like that, man, because we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in behind this stuff. We just do. We do. We entertain people. And I also on my channel like to educate. So I like a mix. I like an equilibrium of both. I don't want to give you too much teaching and then your ass get bored, or too much entertainment and then you look like a goofy. So to me, I really try to balance it all out, but everybody's different. And that's why if you don't like the content, then don't fucking watch the content. Go to somebody else's channel that you like and just watch their channel, Let's see. Fat Guy with Guns dropped something else, guys. He said, if you have to show guns without anything on them, just make sure to keep the gun conversation going. Facts. Yeah, totally. Let's see. Mr. Biggs dropped something. He said, hey, what's up? Okay. Howard J, we see you out there, brother. Yes, please, man. Hit that like button, guys, if you don't mind. We really appreciate you hitting that like button. Seriously. It really helps. So, yeah, so these are some of the discussions that we have. I don't know. Mr. Biggs said something that was pretty damn deep. I'm about to go back to it. Mr. Biggs said, let me go back to the top, see if I can find it. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Say what's good, everybody. I seen that. Scroll down here. If I can find it, y'all. Let's see, Mr. Biggs. Yeah, this right here, y'all. I gotta repost that because that was a very good one. He said maybe it's time for 2A to show up to those events and educate them. And that makes me wonder, Mr. Biggs, that makes me wonder, have any of us ever showed up or contacted them for a discussion where we can sit in those forums? I would love to do it. Seriously. Am I the smartest guy in the room? No. Am I intelligent enough to execute? Absolutely. So shit, I'll sit up there and I'll talk with them. I may cuss a little bit, but that's okay. They just had to blurt some of the things that I say. But and we have people who have big, huge channels that can sit and talk with these people and just at least sit in the midst of the area and let them know that we matter too. So I don't know. I just feel like that's a big deal because it's like when they talking, they just talking to other people and not talking to our community. That's kind of what it seems to me. And when I say our community, I don't want you guys to get misconstrued because some of y'all be having fucked up shit in y'all head. So when I say our community, I'm referring to the 2A community or anybody who likes to carry firearms, period. That's what I'm talking about. And I just wish we could have those discussions, man. I really wish we could have those discussions. Let's see. G23 dropped something. He said, Ivan, the content that I did was more of 2A, which is talking about the laws that are happening, where Ron Wayne is more of a gun channel. showing the shooting of firearms. And yes, we both represent the two. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And we all, again, we all a team, man. It all like literally when it comes down to this kind of stuff, like we're literally all a team. And it gets kind of hairy. I ain't gonna even lie, because sometimes I watch some of these channels and some of these young dudes, man, and the stuff they be doing on their channels, I'm just like, man, come on, man. Like, bruh, like, what is you doing, bruh? Like, and I don't know if anyone's telling them or not, but it's just, it is what it is. But the thing is, as long as they're on the platform and they holding these firearms, like, it's part of that community. You may not want to claim them. It's just one of them cousins that you may say, they still a cousin, but you don't want to be around them type shit. But it is what it is when it comes to that. So sometimes if the infraction is real bad, like low key, saying something to them in the right type of way, I think is ideal. Being able to talk to them and say, hey man, you may want to try this different approach next time. Like, or what you said was, such and this, but it's really like this. And if you need any more help, or you need to reach out to me. Like, look, just say it a certain type of way instead of talking down to people. A lot of people are kind of used to trying to do that, and you don't know these people. You think you know them because you watch them on YouTube, but you have no idea sometimes. So it's just the way that you talk to people. Sometimes you just need to talk to them, where they're try to open them up where it's just a better conversation. You know what I mean? So I think it just comes across better. You know what I'm saying, guys? Let's see. G23 said body of 2A amendment. Yep. It's what it is, man. It really is. It really is what it is. And it's a lot of us out here. And I remember when I first got started, and I was watching other channels. I was involved in other groups' channels and stuff like this, and just kind of sitting back, observing and watching and stuff like that. And I was like, man, this is a pretty cool community, a cool group of people, even though sometimes people argue and get into it and stuff like that. I said, it's a pretty cool community. Um, and I knew that it was a place for me in the community, but I had to figure out how I wanted to plant my feet in the community and how I wanted to represent in the community. Somebody asked me, they said, man, how come in some of your shorts, your short videos, you have cussing in some of the videos, and then in some of them, you have, where it's blurted out and stuff like that. And I made that decision to do that. I could blurt out, honestly, if I could find the song and if it has a clean version, I could just go clean all the way. But I'm not going to do that because we have a lot of adults on here too. But sometimes we do have younger people. I'm not going to say age, but we do have younger people that watch the platform. So I just try to be a little bit considerate when it comes to that, especially if it's a dope ass beat, like really nice beat, and I can't find a clean version of it. If it, long as it doesn't have too much going on in it, then I'm gonna let it ride. And you're gonna hear a little bit of cuss words and this and that. This just is what it is when it comes to that. So that's how I set up mine. And then for me, I'm always thinking in a business mind when it comes to stuff like this. And you have to think about this when you're dealing with some of these bigger brands that are juggernauts out there, as far as business and stuff. And eventually you might be able to work with them, and that can be life changing for you. I would think it would be smart to consider certain things. You don't have to do it. But it's smart to consider it to help advance yourself as far as profit, as far as other things, and as far as being able to build a better brand and a better business for yourself. So these are decisions that you have to make for yourself, for your own channel. Some people go all out and they just go crazy with it, but it's certain brands that will not mess with you just because of that. And you just ruined $1 million brand deal because you got all of this stuff going on, doing it a certain type of way. So it just depends on how you want to do it, but just know it's consequences and repercussions and behind all of that stuff, guys. All right. Let's see. G23 dropped something else. Oh no, he already dropped that. Okay, body of 2A. Let's see. Let me go back to the top. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So it is what it is when it comes to that, guys. Zach, fat guy with guns, I appreciate you coming through, man. And keep up the good work when it comes to the channel. I still rock with you, man. I watch that channel, man. And you got a good channel. And it is what it is when it comes to that. Just keep that footage coming, man. And let me know if you ever come to Nashville. Let me know so we can team up. I just teamed up with Chicago Mike the Shooter. I got a video dropping. I don't think I'm gonna be able to drop it tomorrow, guys, because I have some of it done, but I might be able to drop it on Tuesday. So he came down here. We freaking had, man, we had a blast. We had some fun. So it is what it is when it comes to that. TY 38 alumni. I appreciate you coming through, brother. Yeah, appreciate you coming through, man. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say when it comes to that, guys. Like, so we got some rules that have changed. If you're a gun tuber, you know, up and coming gun tuber, small gun tuber, medium sized gun tuber, or soon to be, you know, a bigger gun tuber on the platform, you might want to take heed to some of these things, and also do what I did. Just go to Google, pull up firearm, pull up YouTube. I pulled up YouTube firearm guidelines, and I was able to pull up the information. You'll see it. It'll pop up and say firearms and a firearm policy right here. And it's a lot to read. But this all goes in effect again on June 18th, 2024. And it's unfortunate, man, because automatic firearms are so fun. It's so unfortunate. Automatic firearms are so damn fun. And to be honest, some people have built their channel upon automatic firearms. Real talk. Like, some people have. And guess what? They can't do it no more. And if you do it, guess what? You're going to be disciplined. And if you keep doing it, your channel is going to get taken away from you. So now you got a decision to make. So yeah, that's really unfortunate, man. So like, because they're just fun. And I think it's a stigma out there put on automatic firearms because these damn switches and shit like that they have out there. And a lot of these young dudes going crazy with them. So they're trying to bring it over here, not knowing that it's a bunch of responsible 2A individuals, you know, people who know how to handle firearms, that they use automatic firearms. And it's something to learn with that when you're learning about firearms. Like, it's not the same. An automatic firearm is not the same as a semi-automatic firearm. It's different. You know what I mean? Like, it's two different polars, two different worlds. A lot of stuff you can learn from that. So it's just sad that they did that. But right now, you got to understand, it's a lot of lawsuits going around. You can Google that yourself and find out, but it's a lot of lawsuits being thrown around. So let's see. JST underscore hobbies 1. He said, I appreciate you sharing this information. Yeah, straight up, man. I wanted to tell you guys about this because some of y'all may get caught with y'all pants down, and it's not a good thing, man. With this, and even me myself, I'm gonna go back and read this in its entirety myself. A lot of this is old stuff too, but some of the new fresh stuff is up there at the top, and a little bit in here too. So you just, you know, you want to pull that link up and read it, and just make sure that you try to stay as much as on point as you can, guys. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead here, get this closed out. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with the channel. For real. I'm up in here. My damn air went out. That's why I have my fan running in the background. So I got to get the air fixed in the morning. My central air unit has been going for at least 18 or 19 months, y'all. I mean, not 19, 18 or 19 years. So I've like, the life expectancy of one of them little things, I think was like 15 years. So I've exceeded that. So I think it's time to get another one. I'm gonna have to hurry up and get it because in 3 more days, I think it's gonna be in 90 degrees here in Tennessee. So pretty hot stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of disappointing. But the good thing is I like warm weather. So I'm not like suffering too bad. Mr. Biggs dropped something right here. He said, Do YouTube grandfather they laws when it comes to their new laws they start? That's a good question. From what I hear, I don't know if this is definitive information, Mr. Biggs, but from what I hear, they have the right to grandfather when they want under their discretion. Which means, because I've heard this before, some people say, man, that video was 3 years ago and these motherfuckers gave me a strike on my channel. Yep. So, like, under their discretion, if they want to, I believe they can go back and do some stuff like that. Am I sure 100% about that? No. Have I heard stories where they done that in the past? Not the new guidelines, but some of the old rules and regulations and stuff that they have done that to people. I know for a fact they have. So they'll have a video 3-4 years ago, like I said, and then these mugs will go retro on them, man. Go retro on them and straight up strike them and do some crazy shit. So, Fat Guy with Guns, Zach commented again, guys. He said they will retroactively go back. Yeah, they can, man. Like I said, and it's kind of messed up, bro. I know, Mr. Biggs. It's really, really messed up. It's sad, man, because some of the videos that you may have like that are great videos, and then you have to consider this: is that on some of those videos you may have millions of views, which affects your channel once you take that down. So you literally lose that viewership. You lose all those views once you take that fucking video down. Yep. And you know what else that mess with? When you take down the views, that messes up your money as far as you getting paid through AdSense. So that's a big deal. So it's tricky, man. I don't know, man. It's tricky, especially if you have a lot of videos. G23 dropped something. He said, yes, they can use the new rules to punish old videos. Yep. So there you have it, Mr. Biggs. It's some crazy stuff, bro. It's just it's worth talking about. And I don't know, man. It's almost, I don't like to live in fear. I'm the type of guy now. Well, I used to be real fearful type of guy and shit like that. Not no more. And now I'm just like a proactive guy. I'm always thinking, okay, if certain things are going to happen, possibly bad, how can I proactively prepare for it? That's the kind of guy I am. So, for example, you work a 9-to-5 job, right? And in the past, you've relied on your 9-to-5 job. But guess what? They can always fire your ass. And they love it. They love that situation because guess what? They can manipulate you and they have more control over you. That's why they threaten you. And I've always hated that. That's why they threaten you. They threaten you on your job because they know that you need the job. But imagine a different situation if you're proactive and you create multiple streams of income. So it's a situation to where you're on a job, something happens, but you out there hustling and you have another stream of income coming in from here, right? You may be selling something here. You may have a platform here and a platform here. So if they try to fire you or something like that, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So their threats don't really mean anything. Therefore, you can take the fear out of the equation. There's no fear anymore because the 9-to-5 job is just simply used to either pay some little bills here and there, you know what I mean? Or to fund your other endeavors that you have going on, right? So I think that's the smart way to think about it. You know, these jobs have too much power. These 9-to-5 jobs, and it's a new age. It's so much opportunity out there now. I never thought my channel would be this big, and this is just the beginning. And it's a new age, guys. That's all I gotta say. You can really do it if you really put forth effort, and you just got to keep going. Let's see. G23 dropped something else, guys. He said sometimes you have to pay attention to the new rules and then go edit old videos if necessary. I know, man. I know, and that sucks because again, if you have a lot of content, right? If you have a lot of content, that's a lot of work, man. I got 1.1K videos on my channel, bro. Right? I got 1.1K videos on my channel from what I remember, at least. And it's a conglomerate of full length content, right? Evergreen content plus shorts. So they consider a short a video. And you combine them because I roll out so many shorts. So that's why it's at like the 1.1K. I only roll out one full length content, maybe 7 to 8 days. And then I drop shit. Shorts lately I haven't been because I've been so busy. But usually I drop 2 shorts a day, sometimes 3 shorts a day. Plus I drop shit in the community section. So, but to go back to your point, that's, to go back and fix that can be, man, so overwhelming and just a lot of work. And I don't know, man. Like I said, just y'all be careful with the content I guess you create now. Shit, I gotta be careful. Like with just some of the content and the guidelines and stuff like that, and try to like Zach said, man, we gotta try to play on they field, really. Cause we're on they field. And until we leave, it's just really that simple. You don't have to abide by the rules, but it's best to abide by the rules. So it is what it is when it comes to that, guys. You feel me? All right, y'all. I'm about to crank up this music, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I had a blast with y'all tonight. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Gun gossip, another conversation. Great minds. Appreciate Tennessee Goddess coming through. Appreciate Zach, Fat Guy with Guns. Y'all go check him out. YouTube channel, man. Stop playing with him. Stepping on people next, man. Fat Guy with Guns. TY38 alumni. We see you out there, my boy. Yeah. All right. Who else we got out there? Mr. Biggs. I don't know if you got a channel. If you do, bro, go ahead. Drop it in the comment section so they can see it. Shanna Ewing, Jason Ewing. They have channels too. Y'all check them out on Instagram, YouTube. Who else? Whiteside Tactical. We appreciate you coming through, man. Y'all check him out on his YouTube channel. G23 out there in the streets, man. Y'all check him out. Conversations with the vet, Kara Lee. Y'all check her out, man. It is what it is, guys. And if I miss anybody, I apologize. If I did miss you, drop your link in the comment section below. All right? I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'll see y'all later. Be looking out for more great content, man. We in here, boy. I'll holler at y'all. Mr. Biggs, come through, man. Sundays, 8 p.m. Central Time. Gun Gossip Podcast, my boy. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. See you, my boy. See you, Zach. Yes, sir. yeah. Stop playing with him, boy. Alien Gang. Tech Car Gun Fanatics. We out, boy. I gotta get this damn air fixed.
Dad, can you make a banger?
Man.